27.
Oh, there you go.
And it was an Atlantic hurricane, no less.
It's because there are only hurricanes in Atlantic.
I wonder if
Alrighty.
you get a hurricane
When
to
they're
your
in the
name. Do you
Pacific, there's
control it
cyclones,
with your
I think.
mind?
Yes.
Yeah,
of course.
yep.
Absolutely. All right. Welcome. This is session 117 of Forbidden Lands. And as Mark pointed out,
It was our third year anniversary on the 12th.
Yeah, 3 years.
Time is truly a lie. I had no idea.
Well, we are just saying I need to mention that Desi has like 17 XP, and if this was a normal game that we play and she didn't spend any XP at all ever, she'd have like 300 and some.
Probably 350-ish.
Probably at some point. I think probably at the end of the campaign, I'm just gonna go through the characters and kind of figure out how much everybody spent.
Yeah, if I decided to do the math, I'd keep track of my XP spending in my logs, but that would just take a while.
Just because I am curious. But you guys are back upon the island following your adventures in Barovia. You have made contact with the dwarves. You have claimed the sword. You fought off an army of demons and soldiers sent by Jakuz, and have decided to head out before you are tracked down again. You know that Jakuz can find you, and you've taken precautions to shield the sword, at least for a portion of the day. On your way back to your village, you stopped by Hythe to meet up with your buddy Drog, who was not there. He was captured, and the people, the entire village was slaughtered. You did manage to catch up with him. He had been taken prisoner, probably because he's a powerful necromancer. Decided to stage a rescue, killed his captors and some sort of demonic entity wearing a suit of plate mail. Without too much trouble. I don't think anybody got super badly injured during that. But you now know that Jakuz is aware of you and does seem to be taking steps. Conveniently, though, at this camp where you rescued your buddy, there are a number of horses, which will greatly speed up your travel.
And a camp.
And a camp. Because it is getting on towards evening as you get this rescue underway. And I guess
An evening that Okatai doesn't have to make camp is a big deal for him.
it is.
Yeah. Don't have many time to train or do things.
So we'll start off with you guys as it is getting on towards evening, towards the end of the first month of fall.
Ooh.
Does that mean it's dark in the evening?
It is dark in the evening.
Right. Okay. So even with the spell that Okatai put on a sword, there's no way to approach Jakuz's city without him knowing we're coming.
As far as you can tell, you've got enough power to basically hide the sword for, like, basically a quarter day.
Yeah,
I
but
had a thought, and I'm not sure how to do it, but I'll articulate the thought anyway. One of his priestesses is a powerful sorcerer who apparently knows a ritual that can essentially wipe out 50% of the population in, I don't know, 10 kilometers or something. If Jakuz is concerned about this weapon, and he should be, it's reasonable to think that he would use that ritual. But he'd only use that ritual if he knows we're in the area. Does that all make sense so far?
Yeah.
Yep.
So how do we get the sword close to the city, but us not close to the sword safely? Because he'll track the sword for sure. And if we get close, he might nuke the city.
Sorry, your mic or your audio is breaking up. You sound pixelated.
I blame Elon.
I'm
No, I'm on a new provider.
blame
I
him anyway.
refuse to believe that because it messes with my narrative.
Blame him for being a shitty guy, making you switch companies.
There you go. Rationalize
Yeah.
everything.
See?
There's just a bunch of stupid thing in the sky that blocks the way. Put them there.
So just to make that quick, if you can hear me now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he'll use the ritual to nuke the city if the sword comes close, potentially. So the question is, how can we get the sword close without us being in the radius?
I assume the ritual will take some time to do, like at least a quarter day.
Presumably.
That gives us a bit of leeway.
The only thing I can think of is to send in a powerful minion carrying it, but having that sword out of our hands is also a pretty significant risk.
And if he seems to have pretty powerful necromancer that could maybe take over your minions, that would
No, I have a lore that will prevent it.
okay.
And
Strahd couldn't do it, so I don't think Jakuz can.
so you think he'll destroy the city his followers are in? If
The
we-
question is, how scared is he of the artifact? If he's scared enough of the artifact, I absolutely believe he'll destroy that city in efforts to take us out.
Oh.
And if we're not there when he does it,
He'll destroy his city, possibly the sword, but not us.
it won't affect the sword, I don't think. But it would kill half the population of the city.
Sure, why half?
That's how the ritual works,
What?
by all accounts.
You know more about, well, yeah, you know magic, I don't.
Just so, as a refresher, the ritual that Trustius has heard of, called the Bells of Death. It is a ritual, so it does take at least a quarter day. It kills half of all humans, rats, elves, half of basically everything. You do know that the caster and anybody close to the caster is excluded from the effects. The first time it is cast. If the same caster casts it ever a second time, they are not excluded from the effects.
Yeah, they count in the second half. They have been on the first half the first time.
So, when they cast it, are they the center of the effect? Or is this a ritual and then they point at a spot on a map and that spot on the map gets destroyed?
No, they are the epicenter of it, and basically on
Gotcha.
the overland map, it affects an entire map hex.
So we want to try to trick him into casting it the first time, so that he hopefully won't cast it a second time.
And there'd be a great deal of chaos when we rode in afterwards.
Yeah, I would think.
The danger, of course, is the sword would have to be out of our possession and out of sight, kilometers away.
Yeah. I mean, we trusted the dwarves with the sword before, but it would mean sacrificing a dwarf to take it in.
The dwarfs made the sword, but they didn't have the gems at the time.
True. Seems a mean thing to do to our orc, who's been taking care of our village the whole time we've been
I
gone.
think Chris just wanted to raise a hundred to send over there. With the
I
sword.
could make something that could carry it.
And that something can't be controlled by Jakus.
Almost certainly.
See, you say almost certainly, and that almost kind of sticks.
Nothing certain in magic.
Fair. We ended up in a weird place that had no sunlight for
A few months.
weeks, months, something. Ages.
Yep.
Ages and fucking ages.
Lady Mortillo said that whatever was wearing the lure would be impossible to control.
Right. That's true. You do have the lure. Well. And this ritual, it affects people undead as well, or no?
All living things, if what I was told was true.
Are they considered living?
Undead? No.
Okay.
My somewhat weaker ritual would not affect the undead. Though it would certainly kill you.
Well, I'm pretty sure that there are lots of things that do one or the other, but okay.
This is simply an idea. I'm not sure if it's wise.
Because if he can scry on the sword, you might be able to identify that it's not us.
Yeah.
Just
Or if
send
he can-
people to kill it and take it. Even if he's strong, that's a risk.
And
Not
if
sure
you
if he's scrying on the sword. I think he's just knowing where its location is. But again, that's a guess. Sorry, Dizzy.
I think parting with it and separating ourselves from it is a bad idea.
That the one thing that is sure is that if we enter, our first order of business will be to neutralize that sorcerer.
Yeah.
It was not Jakuz that made that ritual. It was one of his minion, I think.
The high priest of his church. High priestess.
Finale. And I want to point out I dropped two names because I have two notes.
The full extent of your notes.
Alternatively, on horseback, we can move quite a bit faster. So if we were close to the city, perhaps 10 kilometers away or so, we could be seen riding in, activate the whatever it's called, the spell to prevent him from scrying, and then go away from the city as opposed to towards it like he would expect. Perhaps I would do the same thing.
It's worth a try.
Perhaps less risky. And if your Griffin idea works, then we can really make him panic because you'll be moving that much faster.
Yeah. If it comes from up there, might force him to act fast. We can maybe force him to make an error.
If I were a god, and the only thing that could kill me was a singular weapon, I would do whatever it takes to destroy whoever had it. I expect he would as well. Something to consider, at least.
Yeah. Thinking of ways to implement this.
Yeah.
I'll try to keep us on an erratic path. But when we get there, we'll have to make some kind of pass at this.
We're not terribly far away. I assume we're stopping somewhere. Well, you know the way.
Yeah.
We are assuming that, or we're assuming that he could potentially hear us. But if that's the case, then this plan won't work. My guess is he only can locate the sword.
That's what I tell myself when I want to be positive.
If he could locate us, we'd be dead already.
Yeah.
And I expect he has forces marching already towards where
With
he
the
last saw us.
purging of Ait, I'd assume he might have an idea of what our plan might be.
Well, there's not much we can do about it this evening. And there's no sense of traveling, I don't think, now. We don't have to make camp in a few hours.
At the time we are right now, I would start rolling guard shift and preparing for the night.
All right.
All right. Well, since you guys already have a camp here, I mean, you just gotta like cart the bodies over to the side or whatever. What would people like to do in the evening?
I probably need to sleep so I can watch at night, right?
Probably.
And you can even sleep without making an entrance roll.
Yeah, you get to sleep in a tent.
Whoa. Whoa.
We'll make him sleep outside anyway.
Well, it's not the Ritz, but a tent will do.
And we'll slip a rock under his sleeping bag.
So he feels at home.
It's like Caldy and the Pea.
Exactly. Like Caldy and the Pea. That's exactly what I was thinking.
7 layers of sleeping fur.
What would the rest of you like to do in the evening?
I don't know if it's too late to do this or if I would do this tomorrow morning, but I would like to learn the first rank of defender from somebody who could teach me that.
That sounds like something I would do. Since I have Defender 3.
Yay! I would like to learn defender, please.
Yeah. So this is like, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a sword.
Ah, crap.
Yeah. That
bold
sounds about
strategy.
right.
It's a bold strategy, right, Ryzen?
Yeah. You should be able to do it. Let me just. Yeah, it's just parrying. You can parry.
It's just parrying, exactly.
You know how to parry? What the hell? You just need to move faster. Here, I'll attack you with like a weapon in each hand,
Oh,
and I'll rope other people into this too.
and I have to stand in place and not instinctively move like I normally
Not
would.
instinctively cower. Yeah, that's.
Hey, coward.
You've been doing better. You have. I've been very impressed with your headbutts. They are at
Oh, thank you.
perfect height
Awesome. I
to
know.
do as much damage as
As-
possible.
Yep.
Especially that little spiky bit. That's.
Oh, I gotta get a spike on the top of this helm of a new helmet.
Yeah, you do. I mean, I tried headbutting someone, and I'm just the wrong height for it.
No, depends.
I can
Like a
break a
giant-
nose, but other than that, I'm not even catching most people under the chin. Like, at least if I was catching them under the chin, I'd be getting like that, knocking their head back, and
Yeah.
yeah.
You need to
Rattling
give them
their brain.
the good elbow or knee.
Yeah, maybe kicking them in the knee.
It's a little kick in
To
the
the
knee.
front of the knee.
The,
Yep,
ooh,
just
the
to bend
front
it,
Or
of
like-
the knee.
bend it the other
like,
way.
just yeah, just kind of off to one side slightly, so there's like less protection. The joint's a little more inclined to give way. Yeah, I'll have to think about that.
All right.
Okatai very rarely gets evening, so I will keep watching.
All right. Perfect. So what would Okatai like to do in the evening?
I'd like to train for the Path of the Plane. Been thinking about this for a while, and we have horses right now.
What does Path of the Plane do?
It allowed me to ride faster.
Oh.
And if the plan is to make an in and out with the sword, going faster could be useful.
That's a good idea.
I was always thinking that it was not that good, because if only one of us goes faster, well, it's not useful because the group needs to go at the lowest speed, but for that might be useful.
So yeah, it's one willpower point. For every willpower point you spend, your mount can move one extra hex in a quarter day.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I have been contemplating mounted combat for 3 years, and we have horses and maybe a griffin soon, so that might be useful. So
Perfect. All right. So Caldy doesn't need to make an endurance test because there's an actual tent for him to sleep in. Ryzen doesn't need to make a witch roll because he has somebody actually teaching him.
Yay.
Trustius needs to give me a scouting roll, and Okatai can give me a witch roll.
oh my.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
I'm gonna
Oh,
push
no.
that and just break myself, but you know. Please? No. Okay.
Nope. That was
Well, damn. I fall out of the horse.
yeah. That was like, you want me to what?
There's a wolf on my back. I don't like that.
Yeah. The only reason the horse is moving fast is to get away from the wolfskin.
That's understandable.
Not today. Oh, my face.
Not today.
That looks uncomfortable.
Oh.
I think you're supposed to stay on the horse.
No, but we've never met you horse. You're not comfortable with me.
Yeah.
Ah.
Looks
And that
like
one has one hell of a kick.
If I could animate it, then they would listen to you.
what?
But please don't.
Oh, reanimating. Gotcha. Sorry, you were. Oh,
Shit will hit the fans soon enough. Let them live their life as long as they can.
The horses are all eyeing Trustius.
I don't blame them. I do too sometimes.
If you would cooperate more, he would not threaten of killing and raising you.
Goes back to eating its grass.
Yeah.
You're pretty sure if it could do like the two eyes looking at you gesture with its hooves?
Oh yeah.
But the evening passes uneventfully. Desi and Ryzen, you guys get some good sparring in.
Hmm.
See, it's easy. Undo it.
Yeah, practice makes perfect.
If you used a shield, I could teach you how to slash people with it. I never
Well,
do.
if the
But
day
that's
ever comes when I stop using a hammer that requires two hands, then yeah, I'll
Yeah.
consider it.
Yeah, like I've been. This sword, it's something else.
Could always teach you the quick draw, so when the hammer is getting his balance back, you could just pull something out and stab someone with it.
Hmm.
The headbutt has been working fine, but the option's there.
And Desi, I mean, Ryzen is almost as skilled a fighter as you are. Not quite, but almost.
That's weird.
Definitely not as like physically imposing, but skill-wise, he's almost your equal.
Wow.
Holy cow.
Desi's,
What's your.
I was going to say, Desi's got a 5 and Ryzen's got a 4.
In melee?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Nice.
But eventually, you know, the feeling of bed calls to you all. Cully wakes up completely refreshed. Cully, you can hit your rest button. You can spend whatever willpower you would like while you rest.
I would like to raise. It's 3 times for skill, right?
Skill is
For talent,
Yeah,
rather.
3 times the new level.
talent.
No, sorry, 5.
Yeah, talents are 3. Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
so talent. I'm gonna raise Knife Fighter to 3.
We'll add defender.
And I have 1 experience left and 7 willpower left. And I will stand guard.
Alrighty. I assume everybody else is sleeping during the night.
Yep.
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 Perfect.
Sorry, Chris, when you have a chance, can you move that defender thing to my sheet? I can't seem to drag it or do whatever the easy way is to do it.
Yeah, I got it.
Cool. Thank you.
Right. Colby can give me a scouting roll.
Right.
I don't think I'll push. We're in a camp.
Alrighty. So, As you're keeping watch, Cully, give me an insight roll. All right. So yeah, as you're sitting there, kind of keeping a watch, you almost don't notice it. Then you kind of get up to kind of go a little bit away from the camp to see a man about a horse. And that's when you notice this thick fog has rolled in, kind of like ankle level. It's been quite a while since you've seen this. I mean, you guys got kind of used to mist in Barovia, but it was not the same. And as it kind of caresses over you, you start to feel this sense of despair and hopelessness that you kind of fight off.
Oh, we ran into this before.
You've encountered the mist several times.
Yeah, this mist sounds familiar.
Well, I'll wake everybody up and tell them to get to high ground. Mists are back.
So you have two choices since you failed your scouting roll. You can wake everybody else up, or you can get to high ground. You cannot do both.
I'm waking everybody up.
Okay.
That's the most uncaldy thing I've ever done.
Okay. Perfect. As Caldy's going around, kind of like, oh, shit, everybody up. Everybody can give me insight rolls. And this is another one for Caldy as well.
Oh, I had freaking 7 dice. How did I freaking not? Oh my gosh, jeez. Ugh. Uh-oh.
Caldy's as dumb
Insight?
as you guys now.
Oh, I'm up. Oh, I didn't do it.
Well, shit.
No, Ryzen, you got 3 successes when you pushed it.
What am I? Did I?
Yeah, I just scroll up because there's a bunch of die rolls.
Oh, yeah, I thought I saw mine. Oh, okay.
I think I will push it. I can find me. There I am. Well. Yeah, there we go.
No, my push. I took 2 damage, but I still got 3 successes.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I always assume when I see the damage, that means I fail.
Yeah. Nope, you can do both.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that's something at least.
So Caldy and Desi, both of you take a point of damage to empathy.
How would we ever
I'll put
know
the
this?
push that.
Wait, who took damage to empathy?
Desi and Caldy.
Oh, okay.
Along with whatever other damage you took from pushing and failing. But yes, this thick mist rolls around, and normally you guys have been pretty good about spotting it. This time, however, for whatever reason, you didn't see it in time, and you're starting to feel this sense of hopelessness and despair. Desi and Caldy, you guys actually find yourself kind of sluggishly going like, I may as well just sit here and wait before you kind of like snap out of it and kind of force yourselves to your feet. But what's more disturbing is there are things moving in the mist, humanoid shapes.
Oh, shit. We've encountered this before.
You have. I mean, you guys have never actually encountered them. You guys, I think, hid from them the previous times.
Or we stayed on high ground and they didn't come down or something like that.
Yep. But yes, there are these things moving through the mists. They seem to be almost like there's almost like a sniffing sound you can hear.
Oh gosh, they could be like looking for food or something like that. All right, is there high ground we can find?
There are a bunch of trees around.
All right, let's.
But 1 second here.
Oh,
I'm assuming you guys are probably like near the tents, so you guys can feel free to move yourselves over by the campfire / tents.
sorry, where are we?
Uh,
Oh, thank you.
yeah, and Desi's right here.
So where are the tents?
Yeah, by the
just
fire.
beyond fire.
By the fire. Okay.
Disadvantage in not having night vision.
Okay.
There we go. That should do it. Perfect. So there are things moving in the mists. Just because it may matter. Damn. For some reason, my combat tracker was like, "There's already a combat." I mean, there's not necessarily a combat, but it might be important to know when exactly you guys go if you're scrambling for high ground. Okay, there we go. All right, Ryzen, would you like card 4 or 10?
Or
Okatai, would you like 2, 5, or 6?
I'll go with 2.
Ooh, one of these guys is actually fast.
uh-oh.
That will take us to Okatai.
Is everybody awake?
Everybody is awake. Kaldi decided not to save himself and actually wake everybody up.
Well,
What a sucker.
uncharacteristic, but welcome. I knew there was some of you that would change with all of this traveling and venturing. I'll make it worth your time. I'm gonna go for a 3.
Perfect. Okay, that is a move roll. All right, 1 success is enough. Okatai's like, oh shit, Makes his way up a tree. Coldy. And Coldy, with your dark vision, you can actually clearly see 4 of these creatures moving through, and they seem to be converging on your space. They're not like moving towards the horses or anything of that nature.
Well, I'm yelling incoming, and I'm going to go try to climb a tree.
Right. That will be a move roll. I do love the fact that one of these guys is trusting and one of them is disassociated.
He's done with the bullshit of his friend. He's doing his own thing.
Right. Yeah, Cody, you're like scrabbling at the tree like like a Looney Tunes character trying to climb up, and finally you manage to grab a branch and haul your ass up.
I'll put myself right about there.
Okay.
That looks like there's branches.
Yep. Ryzen.
I will also scramble to get into a tree.
All right.
Move roll?
It is a move roll. Okay, 1 success is enough.
Okay.
So yeah, you scramble up a tree. Desi and Trust you see these things moving, and you look around, and like all of your companions are gone. There's like little little clouds of dust from where they beat feet so fast. This guy is gonna move. Moves twice, so not enough to get within arm's reach, but moves close. And as it kind of steps into the firelight, that's probably I think it's the first time you guys have clearly seen one of these creatures before.
I think it is, yeah.
But it is. It looks like it's made out of like a blood red gas, but parts of it are occasionally not really solidifying. Doesn't give it justice. Let's say gelling. As the blood vapor kind of coagulates and then oozes back into a gaseous form again. It's like parts of it are undulating, including these like long blades where its hands should be. The blades are probably about half the length of its body, and it's a good 6 feet tall. That takes us to Desi.
Well, I'm so tempted to draw the sword, but I am going to try to get into a tree instead.
Okay, that is a move roll.
Yeah. I'm not as confident as I usually am about this. And for good reason. Yeah, it's agility, I'll push it.
Oh, you do like wrench something on your way up, but you do haul yourself up into a tree.
That's a joint I'm gonna need later.
That'll take us to that one. Trustius, you apparently are all alone down here as these things are converging on your location. You do note they are not paying any attention at all to the horses.
Well, I'll make Okatai happy, I guess. Is there any wind?
There's probably well, actually here, I can roll for weather. There is no wind.
And you say this fog is what, like waist deep kind of deal?
It's kind of swirling around. It's like, it's probably like thigh deep on you guys and then like chest deep on like Ryzen and Kuldi.
Okay, I'm going to try something. I am going to move to within arm's length,
Okay.
and then I'm going to cast flight. Say casted, I'll use the wind as an ingredient.
There is no wind, but
Oh, there's no wind?
no wind.
Oh, I thought you said there was wind.
Nope.
I misheard. Well, never mind. I will not move forward. I will just fly up. Power level 1.
Okay.
I'll go to a tree or something high.
Okay. Perfect.
My thought was if it was power level 2 to bring it with me just to see what happens if it leaves the fog. But
Gotcha. All right. So yeah, you fly up into a tree. You don't explode in the process. And yeah, and as you guys all safely make it up into your trees, these things they kind of mill about underneath the trees you're in, for as long as the mist stays. One second, I just gotta see how long the mist. Okay, perfect. So yeah, so the mist does kind of cling to the area for not super long, like maybe like an hour or so, but what you do notice is like it doesn't burn off. I mean, you guys are many hours from sunlight still, so it doesn't burn off. But it seems like it kind of like gets kind of sucked back down into the earth itself, and these figures go with it. As long as nobody jumps out of the tree or anything, you have no further need of worry.
No further need of worry.
But yes, they at no point in time do they like make a break for the horses or anything. They kind of mill about the trees you guys are under. Like they know you're up there, but don't seem to be able to actually get there.
That's good.
Yeah, after probably about an hour or so. They get sucked back into the bowels of the earth.
well,
That was weird.
whether they're from Jakuz or something else.
Follow up with the druids, maybe? They'd know better than anyone, I imagine. I mean, if it's a natural thing, they'd know better than anybody. And don't we have a druid at home?
I mean, we have a druid here, but
I was gonna say, yeah, we do have a druid with us as well. Never mind.
I don't believe this is a natural occurrence.
Beats me. I just know that those hands looked a little too long for the rest of their bodies, and they looked awfully bleedy. Instead of
Future
handing
problem.
it. What?
Solve if the world's saved. If the world isn't saved, then it doesn't matter much.
True.
This will wreck our schedule, though.
Which part?
Having
Sorry, you completely broke up. What?
having our sleep interrupted.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. It was only about an hour or so, so it's like sleep in a little bit in the morning, you'll be fine.
Oh, so if we don't lose tonight, then it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would very much like to rest. I think I pulled something when I got up in the tree. One of my ribs feels funny.
But the rest of the night is quite an uneventful.
Well, that's good.
As the, you guys are, I mean, interrupted sleep is rough. You wake up in the morning to the kind of the rumbly sound of thunder, and then the downpour of rain upon your tent. And it is for late fall. It is super muggy. So like you're inside the tent and you're starting to find it like the condensation is forming on the tent poles, and you just like you move your head and you can feel like the sweat pooling. It's hot and muggy and rainy. It is definitely unnatural weather for the end of the fall.
Is the rain in a natural color?
It's a natural color. Like the weather itself is natural. It's just an unnatural time of the year for it. Not so much the rain, but definitely the combination of the rain and the temperature. But everybody can roll for their food and water.
And we can click our rest buttons.
Yes, you can hit your rest button, and those of you who wanted to spend XP can do so.
Okay. I have done that. Food and water.
I didn't take. Sorry, I messed up. I shouldn't have done that.
Can I raise my berserker another level?
Sure can.
Okay.
Lost 1 empathy, 3 wits, and I lose an agility. No, I didn't lose any agility. Okay.
I was really hungry and thirsty after the ritual for the blade, and it still seemed to continue. My water is coming down too.
There we go. So yes, it is a stinking hot, miserably wet day.
I'm gonna smell
Yes.
funny.
Wolfkin problems.
Yep.
So if you guys would like to travel today, you will need to make endurance rolls.
Do I really want to deal with that?
I would not really want to deal with that. I'm already messed up.
What happened to
We
you?
can't stay in one place.
Oh, I know. I don't like doing that. I think it's necessary.
How far are we from anywhere?
Not too far from somewhere. We won't get there today, but
With the horses, you could make it to Eldom if you push your mounts. Because with the horses, you go 2 hexes per quarter day.
If we go in a straight line.
If you go in a straight line.
I could use my amulet to try to calm the weather. Give us a chance.
Probably a good idea. Yeah, you got it.
Yep.
So a little bit of Focus Mokutai.
I'll bring the weather amulet out. Close my eyes and concentrate. Make it a bit more comfortable. I'll activate Weather Master with first success.
Perfect. So yeah, that is enough to basically bring the weather down to more seasonable. But yes, it is definitely. You can feel something fighting you on it, as opposed to when you just normally just kind of like commune with the nature spirits and have them do your bidding. Like there is definitely something else at play.
Something or someone is making the weather worse.
Yeah, like perhaps they wanted you to stay in one location or something.
No.
But with that, you guys can get underway.
Yep. Get us on the horses and we'll go down here.
Perfect. Down to there.
Yep.
Okay.
We can do 2 X's in a quarter day, or
You can do 2 X's in a quarter day, and somebody can give me a scouting roll.
My scouting's is shot right now. I've got 5, so somebody's got better than 5.
yeah, I got 7.
You're gonna have to lead the way the second hex, though. We're gonna go southeastern.
Yep.
My scouting is 5.
Full willpower, so why don't you take it?
I'm at 7, depending on if you want some willpower. Did you need the willpower, Risen?
No, I got 9, so I'm okay.
I'll just roll it. I won't be able to stand guard for the second part.
Okay, well, I'll do it. That's fine. Or are you doing it?
I mean, I scouted for the first part, but I need to lead the way the second hex. So.
Well, I can do whatever you need me to do.
I'll lead the way for the second hex so you can scout.
So I'm doing it now?
Yep. So I'll lead the way and scouting.
Lead the way is what? Survival or scouting?
Scouting.
Scouting, okay. Yeah, they're the same pool anyway for me. Oh, well, yeah, I'll push that. Hey.
Pathfinder here.
One success is enough. So yes.
Counts as rest for me.
So rather than taking the direct path, you're like, I know we're pressed for time and we got a demon and stuff and everything, but what's down that way? Swamp. Swamp is what's down that way.
You don't want them to know which way we're going or where we're heading, right? It has nothing to do with the XP of going to a hex we haven't explored.
Nothing.
Not a bit.
It doesn't have anything to do with the fact that I can finally relax by leading the way. Because we are finally a place we haven't been there yet.
Yeah. And Ryzen, since you're on scout duty, kind of eyes on, or like head on a swivel, kind of like looking around, looking left, looking right, seeing what all you can find, and you do see. Since you succeeded on your scouting, well, you get to approach this on your terms.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there it is. You see some figures moving through the kind of moving through the swamp. They're a little ways away. Like they haven't noticed you. You kind of like put up your hand, kind of get everybody to stop. You get a good look at them with your 2 successes, and they appear to be they are definitely scaled. I mean, you've seen saurians in this particular swamp before. This is a different part of the swamp that you've never been to before. But they're definitely saurians. And it looks like there's maybe about a half dozen or so. 5 of them look like they're definitely like on guard. They've got like they're like kind of like tridents in their hands, like they're ready for something. And the 6th one is kind of walking in the center of them and is very delicately carrying what looks like a large egg, probably about the size of like an ostrich egg or an emu egg, so probably about a good 7 or 8 inches, with a rock-like exterior, but definitely egg-shaped. So basically, he seems to be carrying the egg, or it seems to be carrying the egg, and then 5 guards with them. They do not seem to have noticed you in the slightest.
Okay, what direction are they going?
They are, from where you guys are, they are headed northeast.
So not towards our village.
Well, your village is northeast as well, but in a kind of roundabout way.
Oh, okay. Okay. I will raise an arm in a fist to say stop, and then I will whisper to the closest person what I saw.
Sounds suspiciously like the egg that Desi threw a spear at some point. And we had discovered that the mom of that egg was not far away. Those guys might get attacked by that egg's mom. If it still has a mom.
Sorry, what do you think it is?
Remember when we were on that marsh, like a few months ago? There was some kind of rock in the distance, and Desi threw a spear at it. Turns out it was an egg. And from
Yeah.
some kind of shimmery scale dragon.
Right.
Might be the same kind of egg, but we determined last time that the mom was not that far. So those guys might be in trouble.
Right.
You might want to skirt around.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
We didn't have any success with diplomacy with Lizardmen. Just try to eat us.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, so you guys are going to make your way around?
Unless somebody is in a position.
Yeah. Let's go around.
You don't pick fights in this game.
I mean, that's an
Nah,
egg.
we don't have to.
An egg could be funny, but I don't want to kill people just to steal their egg.
So yeah, you guys kind of give them enough time to make their way clear of you, and then kind of make your way to the south around them. No problem at all. Bringing us to the afternoon.
Ready to ride some more?
Yeah, you're choosing the path, so
I think if we ride all day, we could make it to the village by nightfall.
it'll be dark in the evening, though, right?
Yes.
So I need to lead the way and a scouting roll.
Am I scouting again?
I would say so.
Did you
Okay.
break your scouting last time?
I pushed it and I was successful.
Okay, good. That's a good roll.
Nice.
So yeah, after knowing that there's saurians in the swamps, and as you travel, Rising, you do find what looks like it looks like it might have been a nest. Like there are some broken egg fragments. Again, with a very like rough stone-like exterior. And with your amazing 3 successes on the Scouty, you do see saurian footprints going kind of back the way you came. Like obviously those guys with the egg came from here. But there is no sign of any sort of parental lizard thing.
Okay.
And I need another scouting and another lead the way. So yeah, as it's starting to get on towards evening, you can finally start to see the edge of the swamp. You've been trekking through swamp for like 8 hours at this point. Like everybody's boots are wet, your pants are wet. Bug bites upon bug bites upon bug bites. And finally, you can start to see the edge of the edge of the swamp. Unfortunately, not quite there yet. Which means if you want to, you will need to camp in the swamp.
If we want to push to get there tonight, we would need to ride in the darkness.
Yes.
We get some torch out and
Yeah, and you'll be able to scout with your bigger pool too. I mean, it'd be at a minus, but
So if you're pushing on, I do need everybody to give me endurance rolls.
oh yeah, that's what it cost.
right.
Endurance.
Caldy went down.
Dressed as carrion.
Yep, Trustus did get 2 success.
Prop him back up. I'll just switch him over to your horse. You can make sure he doesn't fall off. Or just tuck him in with one of the saddlebags. I'm sure that'll be fine. He'll fit.
Yeah, Trusty is just throw him across the horse.
Just tie him to the pommel.
Trusty is actually pretty strong. Not Desi strong. Might be stronger than Okatai. What's your strength plus might, Okatai?
5.
Yeah, Trusty's a 6.
Good lord.
I mean, Tristan is stronger than me, and Risen is better with a sword than me.
But yes,
As long as you're strong enough to pull a bowstring, that's all that really matters.
Just
so yeah, like right like around midnight, like you guys are at the point where like you're, Caldy literally needs to be like strapped across somebody's horse. Everybody else, I mean, a horse isn't like driving, so you don't have to pay quite as much attention. So there is that, eyes starting to, those really long blinks as you travel. I mean, you're through an area you've been to before, and it's not that difficult. Nobody needs to lead the way or anything. But by the time you arrive at your village, everybody is basically ready for a nap.
Almost forgot what this place looked like.
well, it's gonna be a bit different because a few things I paid people to build while we were gone would be finished by now. So there would be a wall around the village and a tower.
Well, there is part of a wall. It definitely looks like it's seen better days.
Yeah. Like I said, I paid some people to start working on stuff, and we have been not there for a long while.
There we go. We even have a map of the inside of your house.
Mm.
There are guards, and the guards kind of like, they do like the, who goes there?
Hello, guys. Been a while.
Well, honestly, wasn't expecting you to come back.
Yeah. At some point, I started doubting myself.
Oh, I'm sure Kogan will want to see you in the morning, but you look like you've been on the road for a bit.
Yeah, I'm glad to see him in the morning. Not sure it's gonna be great conversation tonight. But,
All right.
if you can warn Kogan that we are here, we'll be glad to see him in the morning.
Well, we'll let him know.
Just gonna crash for now. And those guys need to rest too, pointing to the horses.
So yes, you guys can get into the house that you haven't seen in months. The stack of an open mail by the door.
This is mostly scam.
Kick off your boots. Get into some pajamas. Make some hot cocoa and hit the sack.
Sweet. I'm going to go to my inn.
Perfect. The inn is still standing.
Yes.
And I mean, when you guys arrive, it's midnight, so it's basically kind of like a last call. But I don't remember if we
I'll
named
just
it.
get a fire running so it's warm.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a chill in here since it's been empty since like spring. I don't think we named any of the staff at the tavern. Doesn't look like it.
Didn't I take in some ex-slave woman or something and said that I'd let her work there and stay there and shit?
I think so. I think that was the. I'm going through my notes here.
I have to go through mine too.
I think that was Aliana, the druid, the escaped druid slave.
Yep.
So yeah. So, yeah, she's tending bar. It looks like the place is. I mean, it's busy enough. People are drinking and eating. There's like eyes turned towards you as you enter. You kind of hear whispers because not everybody who is here now was here when you guys left. So Ryzen, you can hear the whisperings as people kind of explain, like, oh, that's the owner proprietor. He's been out adventuring. He's one of those adventurer types. Word kind of circulates around. But given how road weary you look, everybody kind of gives you your space. Aliana will basically serve up some your choice of like hot beverage or ale, and arrange for somebody to have your room made ready for you, sort of thing.
How do you spell her name again?
Allyona.
I don't have her name. Maybe I misspelled it in the notes because I'm trying to find it. That's okay.
Maybe.
That's okay. Cool.
But yes, everybody can enjoy the comforts of home. Everybody who needs it does get a willpower for returning to your stronghold.
Oh, yay.
It's one of the good points.
Always welcome willpower.
And everybody gets a good night rest and can hit their rest button. You do not need to worry about food and drink, and in fact, while you're here in town, you can top both of them up.
Oh, good. Because I was low on both. I had a D6 food and a D8 water.
Sorry, what did we get to do? We get willpower and
You get
water?
Yep, food and water maxed out, and extra willpower if you need it.
I do indeed.
And fairly early in the morning, but not too early. There's a knock at your door, and Okatai, you're the first to smell, but anybody who's like a decent scout can smell like fresh baked bread and coffee.
Raise my head. Brad has come in. I'm up.
And when you answer the door, Kogan's there with some breakfast. Like, I thought you might want some not trail rations.
Oh God, please, yes. Hello, Kogan. So glad to see you.
Hey. It's our favorite arc.
I mean, I'm not sure how many orcs you know, so I'm going to take that as a compliment.
We've met a few, actually. Met a few. Didn't even kill them all.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at you, growing.
Met an entire army of them.
It's growing.
There's like a...
Red flame
They
banner.
refer to
Lord.
themselves? The Duke or... No. It wasn't King and Queen.
No, I think it's Emperor, actually.
Might have
Yeah, I
been
sent a
Queen.
warning with a pigeon about them. I hope they didn't come and knocking.
No, I mean, other people have shown up, and guards... There's some good lads amongst the guards. Town was attacked a couple of times. Fairly recently, really. Just in the probably the last fortnight or so.
Were they people with those horses you see over there?
No, these are just like, I don't know. If I had to guess, I'd say somebody like got a farmer and gave him a spear instead of a pitchfork.
Just random assholes?
Well, I mean, like organized random assholes. Like it
Wasn't
wasn't
an asshole rounding up every peasant around and giving them spears.
like it wasn't just one guy and then a couple days later another guy. No, it was like 40 or 50 of them at a time.
Well,
That's weird.
Yeah, I mean,
you're
And it
welcome.
happened more than once?
twice over the last 2 weeks.
Oh boy.
That's really weird.
So I mean, not even like a worthwhile fight. I mean, it's good training for the guards, I guess, but nothing I would consider even a remotely viable threat, especially not once we got the walls up.
Yeah, I was gone a bit longer than I wanted. We got lost in another dimension.
You know, these things happen. I guess I don't know. I don't get to go on adventures.
You said you could come last night, and you said that was too much trouble,
Oh,
I don't think you
which
wanna
I
do
respect.
no, it's fine. I mean, it's a good thing I was here because I could, get the folks into shape for guard duty, and it proved to be necessary.
Yeah. So I have some shit to fix on the island, but I brought some stuff to help the village go along a bit more, so you can buy the stuff you need and pay the people.
Oh, good, good. I mean, things have been going fairly well here, other than random assholes.
Yeah.
That'll change.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Finishing the wall might be a good thing.
Oh no, the wall was finished. They broke through.
Okay.
Oh, just need to repair it. That's all.
Well, I had promised the people I would keep paying them to finish things up, and we brought a bit more money, and I was planning on leaving you some. You have more chance of being able to. We didn't see much merchant on the way.
Oh no, I mean, you guys have had stuff to do. I'm sure.
I'd like to be able, if we survive all this bullshit, have a nice place to come back to.
All right. Well, I'll do my best to keep it up and running.
Thanks, man. Ugh. We don't want to stay too long because we don't want to attract some unwanted attention here.
Oh, I mean, if you're here long enough, maybe some more of those. I'm just gonna call them farmers. It's really what they were. Maybe some more of them will come.
Yeah, just want not to attract the demon worshipping slaver,
Oh yeah, that's probably good.
but can stay a little bit, just not long enough for them to catch your tail. A few things we'll probably need to set up while we're here. Refill the city coffers.
Oh, I mean, it's not. I wouldn't call it a city, but
Village. Home.
yeah. I mean, like I said, everything here's pretty quiet. So, I mean, Keith is still running the smithy. If you've got any of your stuff that needs fixing or repairing, he's raring to go. Rising, you'd be happy to know that Eliana's been doing great with the tavern. She's introduced a couple of new menus.
Oh, cool.
Just kind of trying things out. Been some pretty good responses there.
Nice.
We tried real hard just to to not let the place burn down while you're away.
I appreciate that.
And we had a bit of people that were inconsiderate on the way, but well equipped. So new stuff for the guard.
Oh, Excellent. Yeah, I'm sure we can get this stuff cleaned up and refitted.
Yeah, bit of a smithing job to be done, but should work. Couple of chainmails, weapons. That should help. We don't
Perfect.
need that much. We need a few spare chainmail because we seem to break them all the time,
Yeah,
but not that much chainmail.
fair enough. All right. Well, I'm going to go back and do the rounds. I like to check in on the folks at the end of the shift. See them off their shift and welcome the next ones on shift. I like that personal attention to detail with the guards.
Yeah, I wanted them to feel left out.
But yeah, welcome back.
Thanks, man.
And he will leave the fresh baked bread and the coffee and the jams and stuff, and then leave.
Kind of sounds awesome. Wish I had that for breakfast tomorrow.
I was thinking of leaving a bit of the gold we found on the way here. If we didn't have many occasion to use it, and if that place is more prosperous, if we get out of that bullshit, we'll have something to come back to. And there'll be more merchant here, so Colby can deal with them.
I have no need for gold.
Yeah, I figured that.
All right. While you guys are here in town, if there is anything in particular you want to do in town, you certainly can. You can get any of your gear repaired back to normal if it's broken.
Do we still have a use to make silver arrows or weapon?
Yes.
There's still something we can do with that?
Yep.
Because I'm still holding around a bit of silverware we found for that. So, could get that done.
Perfect. For once, I don't think any of Desi's stuff is broken.
Yeah,
That stuff's
it's amazing.
okay.
We got fixed by the dwarf, and we managed to go from the dwarf to air without breaking everything.
Oh, I'd like to go to the blacksmith and see if he can do a modification.
You need a spike.
I need a spike on my helmet.
Or maybe like 2 horns.
Yeah,
Right
maybe.
on the front. One over each eye.
just a nutcracker, Joe.
Yeah, he can.
Both of them at once.
He can do that for you for sure. It's like you've been hanging around the dwarves, haven't you?
Yep.
Dwarves and their pointy bits. It wouldn't be too bad if they weren't all, relatively aggressive too.
Ah,
At least like the ones I met.
And they're too damn tall.
Well, they're just the right height. And while you're there, Ryzen, he will also repair your hammer.
Oh, sweet.
Just kind of going through everybody to see who has busted ass gear they need fixed.
I'll give the assorted silverware so we can have some silver weapons. I think we settled on arrows for silver.
I think so. Yeah, your guys' equipment is in surprisingly good repair.
Yeah, we had a chance of getting everything repaired at dwarves and managed to not break it too much on the way.
Managed to not break it on the way. That's the big thing.
We managed to keep some horse alive.
Perfect. All right. So yes, if there is anything you would like to do in town, you are certainly free to do so. If you want to figure out what your next move is, by all means.
I have one thing I want to do in the village, which is with the griffin.
Okay.
And then we can check where we want to go for the follow up. I know that the people of Jakuz had invaded the castle that we didn't take as a stronghold because it was kind of haunted. So do we want to go that way? Do we want to follow the river up? That's what we need to decide. All I want to do in the village is see with my colleague, my druid colleague, if my ritual actually makes sense. If it does, I'll try to get to it. We could leave some of the song of your dwarven apprentice resin at the tavern. In case something happens, at least they can be spread.
Yeah.
The only thing I want to do is get the first rank of incorruptible, whatever it is.
Incorruptible. What? You don't want to get manipulated with your massive insight?
Not after that vision, no.
Actually, I think. Nope.
I don't know if anyone has it, so it might take a bit of time.
What is it?
Incorruptible.
Incorruptible.
I definitely do not have that.
I
don't.
I have fearless, but I don't have that one.
Nope. You're gonna have to spend some time poring over the books and practicing your elven mind tricks.
We do have books.
All right. So, Coldy, what would you like to do in town, if anything?
What would I like to do in town? Unless somebody can enchant a sling, I'm not really interested in doing anything in town, except sleep indoors.
Yeah, I don't think there's anybody that can craft you a better sling. Trustius might be able to while you're here, but
I can, yeah.
basically it just takes time.
Not very much. I'll find out how long.
Yeah, not very much for a sling. I think it's like 4 times as long.
Yeah, but I think it's only a quarter day, so.
Yeah, so it'd be like 2 days. Or I suppose 1 day. Yeah, 4 quarters makes 1. Yeah. Math. Alright. Ryzen, what would you like to do in town?
Honestly, I would like to learn the second level of Defender.
Okay. So yeah, you can practice with the guard. You can practice with the Kogan. That's easy
Sure.
enough. You
Sure.
don't technically need to be trained to
Oh,
learn
right.
it.
Yeah. Yep.
But mechanically, you can like spend some time with Kogan and the guards training.
Sure.
Kogan himself is actually a very skilled fighter. I don't think you guys have ever actually. I mean, I know when he was with you before, I rolled like shit, so he seemed incompetent.
He rolled a lot of dice, so even if it didn't like do great,
Yeah.
we knew he was good.
I remember him being quite tough, actually.
Yeah, he's got strength 4, melee 4, and Path of the Blade, axe fighter, and sword fighter, and he's an orc. So yeah, so he's definitely competent. What would Desi like to do in town?
It's a really good question. It's a really, really good question. I don't need anything fixed, so I mean, that's usually my go-to.
You show up at the blacksmith and he's like, "Oh, what have you got today?" Really? Nothing?
Nothing.
So you're here to see him for his charming personality and his rugged good looks.
You don't have like a broken sword, the haft of an axe, bangs them dents out of your shield.
No, I'm not even using the shield anymore. I've got this big ass two-handed sword that I have to lug around. So
Man, you were my best customer.
I'm sure I was. If nothing else, I had you making chain links into your doddering old age. But no, not right now.
I mean, repairing your gear put 2 of my kids through college.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
Good old you of Isle of Red.
That's right.
Bought each of them a house.
Yeah. Their mascot, the mighty Ankylosaur.
God.
I remember being not so mighty.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you're learning to take proper care of your gear.
I remember trusting one-shotting an Ankylosaur.
Yeah. I even managed to repair it at one point.
By
A
yourself?
bunch of links by myself. I know. I was so proud.
The apprentice has
A bunch
become
of
the
them.
master. Well, no.
No, well, no, I wouldn't say that much. I managed to get the links to lay in the right direction. And hook to enough other links to hold everything together.
The civilian has become the apprentice.
Yes, probably.
The civilian has become the apprentice.
I can manage to fit it together enough that it doesn't let a blade through, which is good.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
really
it was
good.
awkward as heck. Like a bunch of links had fallen all over the ground. I had to scoop them all up because if there were links missing, it wasn't going to do me any good. Find 4 rocks so I could brace them, like flattish rocks. So I could brace them on either side of the link and twist it. Man, it was awkward trying to get them all to lay in the right direction because I could not at first figure out which way the link has to lay and which way the link I'm putting in to knit them together has to go. It was awkward as hell. But figured it out before I got into my next fight. So
Well, that's the key, really.
that was kind of the important part, yeah. But check out this big ass sword. Holy shit, is it heavy?
Dwarven make.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Met some dwarves. They did some work.
Made from a dragon you killed.
Yeah.
Dragon bone and star metal.
Yep. Harvested ourselves.
Well, I mean, that's how the stories all go, right? If you're a great hero with a great weapon, it's either given to you by a supremely powerful being, or you gather the materials yourself and build it.
Yeah, we gathered the materials and then said, hey, dwarves, can you make a thing?
It is what they're known for.
Yeah, it kind of is. The dragon, though, we killed to let the dwarves back in to their forge. So that was good.
Excellent.
Kind of a 2 birds, 1 stone thing.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad you've returned. I could certainly use the business.
Except not this time, because nothing's broken. There might be some. I don't know if we still have some spare chainmail on.
Oh yeah, Kogan dropped off some stuff to refit
Oh,
for the
did he?
guards. So
We have 5 guard worth of chainmail and the weapons that need to be fixed. Not because we broke them on ourselves, but we hit the people wearing them
Yeah.
to kill them. So it's all broken up. It's gonna need some fixing.
For a while, we were carrying around spare sets of chainmail for me, so that when it got to the point that it just wasn't covering the parts that needed to be covered, I could just swap it out, and that's why I ended up buying 2 huts for your kids.
Excellent. Perfect. Well,
I'm willing to help out for the day.
oh sure.
I got nothing else going on right now.
Yeah, I mean it's not 2 rocks or anything, but I'll show you how to work a forge.
Yeah, I'm hoping your tools are a little better than the rocks that I managed to find that would let me. Yeah, 'cause, man, that was awkward. I'm gonna spend 5 XP on a point of crafting
Sure.
since I don't have any.
Perfect. All right. Trestus is learning to be incorruptible, so you can give me a wits roll. Actually, at some point you're going to make the wits roll, so as long as you're here for a day or so. Oh, look at that. There you go. So yeah, it's just a matter of focus your mind going like, I am an elf. I cannot be corrupted. I cannot be manipulated by lesser beings. Like staring into the mirror doing like your daily affirmations. Like, I'm good enough. I'm strong enough.
Gosh darn it.
Gosh
Keep
darn
going,
it,
like-
Pete. Yeah, exactly. And Okatai, you are going to go and see how viable your ritual is.
I'm gonna go talk with my druid friend and see the chicks.
I mean, chicks grow fairly fast, so I mean, these things are probably about the size of. I mean, they're griffins about the size of a. Probably about the size of a pit bull.
Oh, baby.
And they are extremely territorial and aggressive. And Aliona will tell you, like, so it seems like their taste for horse meat seems to be built into them.
Yeah, I fear that.
I thought it was just, horses were plentiful where they're normally found, and so that they are a preferred prey. But no, that's pretty much from the time they hatched.
Gonna have a hard time keeping them away from the horse, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have been mulling over the idea because we're gonna have to go try to put an end to Jakuz. I told you about his whole deal last time.
Yes.
We think we have a weapon that can hand him. And I was trying to work on a ritual so that maybe one of those guys could help me with that. Get him in age so he could be big enough and mature enough to ride with me.
I mean, magic can do a lot of things. I don't think it's going to help its temperament any.
No, I'll have to work on that.
I mean, you'd probably be fine as long as you don't have any horses.
Well, we brought some with us. I'll see if the people want us to leave with them.
I mean, another option is just bring extra horses.
Yeah. Horse for the ride and horse for the food.
Yeah, I mean, circle of life.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, I don't see any reason why magically aging it wouldn't work. It just won't have the... I mean, a lot of its behavior seems to be instinctual. So I don't think you're going to need to worry about that.
I'll just need to keep training him.
I would be concerned that it will be essentially the mind of a young child in an extremely powerful horse-eating body.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as none of your friends smell like horses, or look like horses, or make sounds like horses.
Should be fine.
I wouldn't say fine.
I think
But
I should keep training him a bit while he's still in his smallish form, so it's easier to control. And when I feel I have a better handling, do the ritual.
I don't know what kind of time schedule you're on.
Well, I don't know how much time it's going to take us to get there.
Well, I mean, let's, you know, I mean, elves don't smell like horses. I mean, your elf smells like death, but not horses.
Not horses.
Goblins, the less said, the better.
Hey.
Oh, you just had a bat.
Yeah.
One of the advantage of coming home.
Your halfling, I mean, smells like a human, so it's probably fine there. And your human smells like a human when she doesn't smell like, you know, blood and entrails. I think you'll probably be fine.
I'll try to spend some time with them. See temperaments.
Yeah, I mean, take the one that's best behaved.
Yeah.
But yes, you can give me an animal handling roll.
We can tame him before doing the thing.
Yeah,
Be
just
the most logical way of doing things.
Yep.
Animal. And I could always
So yeah, you can kind of pick out the one that is the most agreeable, and kind of like spend some time with it, kind of getting a feel for it. I mean, they're griffins. They are wild animals. It's kind of like they're tame because they've been raised in captivity, but they're like big cats that people raise from cubs, right? They're still inherently a wild animal. And when it does decide to play, it is very, very strong.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to start by making the taming before and beginning him. So
That's
that
probably a
we-
good idea.
the best way to do it. And I could switch him to take him as an animal companion to help.
Oh, I mean, he's a baby, so he's only like twice as strong as Desi.
Only twice as strong as Desi. Everything is fine.
But yeah, I mean, it's going to take some time to train it, obviously.
Yes.
But yes, as you guys kind of get settled in your back home in your village, you know, making preparations for what will likely be your final push against Jakuz. You know his city is to the north of Weatherstone Castle.
Yeah.
You're not sure exactly how far because you haven't actually seen the city itself, but you know it's north of there.
No, it's somewhere along the river because his city pushed the red water in the river.
Yes. But I think we'll call it there. So that we can start next time with you guys figuring out what you would like to do as you get ready for this this final leg of things.
Sounds good.
Do we attack the castle or do we go around the castle? Stuff like that.
Good question. XP. Participate in a game session. Yes. Travel through at least one hex on the game map. Yes. Discover new adventure site. No. No monsters. No treasures. Build a function. Yes, several functions were built while you were gone.
Yes.
Nobody activated their pride. Nobody suffered from a dark secret. I don't think anybody risked their life.
No. Well, I mean, Caldi did yell
Instead
rather
of
than just
fleeing.
climbing
That's
a
not
tree.
worth a. Point.
Any extraordinary actions? I don't think so.
Not
I don't
today.
think so.
But that is 3 XP. Perfect. So yeah, we'll pick up. I probably won't be able to run next week.
Okay.
I've got a work thing I've got to decide if I'm going to or not. And if I do, it's between 5:30 and 8:30 next Thursday.
A big philanthropy gala.
Yeah, it's a philanthropy gala.
Ooh.
I mean,
So-
I'm good if we skip 1 week.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll let people know. And other than that, have a good night, folks. For those of you that I won't see, have a good long weekend. Enjoy the
You too, man.
summery weather. And
Yeah.
we'll see everybody next week or the week after.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Have a great day.
Thanks as always.
Awesome.
Have a good night, folks.
Thanks,
Thanks,
everybody.
everyone.
Take care. Have a good night.
You do.
Good night, y'all.